Hey, making a YouTube video was on the to-do list for quite a bit by now. So yeah, here I am making this video. I got inspired by a few people who made a video similar to this. So I thought it would be a good way to start a channel off. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick background around what I do and how I plan on doing things moving forward. So yeah, I started off. Honestly, the journey started off when Andrew Tate started. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, he kind of in he kind of like ignited the light in me in terms of doing business all around. And I started off by joining the real world, how it's called right now. Back then it was the Hustlers University, and I started off the copywriting campus, and I honestly didn't even make any money with it because I didn't really take much action, to be fair. I just learned the skill of copywriting, and then when it came to actually getting clients and doing some work for them, I didn't actually do it, and I think that I even gave up after like a month of doing it, so that wasn't really good, to be fair. And yeah, then I found out about ecom. I think that was even before I started copywriting. I knew about it from a few videos from Andrew Tate's affiliate people, or like the ones that actually ran the videos on TikTok, and I learned a bit about it, but I actually never started again until a few friends and the high school that I went to, shout out to them, they basically wanted to start it, and I thought it would be a good thing to do, to basically start off with them and do like a challenge where we would basically race towards who was gonna get the first sale. So yeah, that's how I started. It was around one and a half years ago, and yeah, after that I got the first sale. In like a month of starting, I was first. So I won that challenge, and yeah, then basically I went through a bunch of products, probably around like 20 or 15, 20, something like that, and didn't really make any money until like 6 months after, when I found my first like a winner. I didn't really make much money, but yeah, I was a winner. I think I did around like 30K in revenue throughout like 1.5 months. So that wasn't really like super good, but it was a good start. Then the next product that did quite well was actually footwear, and I didn't really I didn't really pay attention to how it was packaged, and because of that I got a lot of returns. So I think that I did around like 50K in revenue with that. The profit was quite good, but after all the returns came in and all the complaints, I probably even lost money on that store. But yeah, and then I found another one that I'm still running, that was in around July. So that's basically like 8 months or 9 months from starting. So yeah, and with that product, I actually put everything I've learned over the 8 months into that product, and I also joined a few Discord communities, and I think that those ones really helped me a lot. So if you're starting, I definitely recommend you to join such communities, even though some people's like some of those owners even might be scammers, but the community is really worth it in my opinion. So even if you're gonna pay like 100 for it, like 100 a month, it's gonna be worth it because you're gonna keep yourself accountable if you surround yourself with people who want to achieve the same thing as you. And yeah, in August, that was like a month after I had my first six-figure month, and from there it just kind of took off, I'd say. Um, I found I found like a mentor. I think that that was a pretty good thing for me. Maybe some people say that it's not really necessary, and it definitely isn't, but I think that it can definitely help you if you find yourself a good mentor. And after I started working with him, that was like in October. In October, I think I did like, I don't know, like 200K or something. And then, yeah, November came. That's obviously the Christmas for all people in Acom, and I did around like almost 1 million that month, and the profit was quite good. So I basically earned all my capital there, and yeah, that's basically all I'm gonna probably talk about the numbers. That's all for that. And yeah, after that, December wasn't as good, to be honest, and yeah, beginning of the year was very hard. Beginning of 2024, because I had a lot of challenges that I had to go through. Things like supply chain issues, because uh, before the Chinese New Year came, I switched manufacturers, and I was quite dumb because I I should have only ordered like a small batch from the new one and then a big batch from the old one to just be safe, because I would know that the old manufacturer would definitely deliver the stock. But what I did was I trusted the new ones, and they said that they would deliver the stock before the Chinese New Year came. And that batch of stock was actually pretty damn big, to be honest. That's the biggest one I've ever made. And yeah, the end of January came. Chinese New Year was right around the corner, and they essentially, when they were inspecting the product, they realized that they didn't let the label dry off, and it was all scratched, so it was unsellable. That basically put me to a very bad spot, because I didn't have that much stock. I only had the small batch that I ordered from my old supplier, and that lasted me like a month, and I also had to downscale. So yeah, Valentine's Day was there. That's I didn't do anything almost, because I didn't have stock. I couldn't really scale. And yeah, so that's basically what happened. Then they were supposed to deliver the stock on March 8th, and March 8th came, and they didn't have anything, and I was already out of stock by then. So yeah, I went out of stock like beginning of March. March 8th, they should have delivered. They didn't. They said that they didn't even start. I was like, what the fuck? And I was actually like, I wasn't so passive, like not even trying to contact them or anything. I was normally just trying to push them. And the end of February and everything, they were like telling me that it's all good and they're gonna deliver on the March 8th. But yeah, they said that one part of the product didn't even start the production, so yeah, didn't have anything, and they managed to deliver it like March 28th. So I was out of stock for a month, or even more, like a month and a half, because I was out of stock like a bit sooner, I guess. But yeah, that was pretty hard. So I lost a bunch of money. Like if I didn't make the money I made in November, I would be to ground zero. But yeah, I had some capital there, so that was pretty good. And yeah, that's basically what happened. And now, after that issue, um, my pixel got banned right after. Like I started to scale, and like 5 days in, my pixel got banned. So all the data I had got lost, and it was pretty much like I was kind of able to recover it by some weird methods. We're not gonna talk about those, but yeah, I could somehow get it back, but it would take like 2 weeks, and it would be quite costly. So I decided to just like get a new Pixel and started to run that. I also switched the offer a bit because since it was a new Pixel, I thought like why not try and do like a A/B test right away or something, where I would just test the offers and get the best one. And I also did like a pretty big A/B test right before the Pixel got banned, so I had some good data, and I just basically got from I took that data and I applied it when I switched the Pixel. Um, so yeah, first 2 weeks with the new Pixel, I was almost losing money. It was like break even. After that, it finally got some traction, and yeah, started to scale. Right now, uh, PayPal is basically has given me like a lot of verification. It's taking them like a month now to verify me. So right now I'm facing cash flow issues. So I could easily just be scaling, but I can't because there's no money in the bank. And one thing that I'm super grateful for is that my dad is kind of helping me with this. Like I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be able to kind of get through this cash flow issue without my dad. So yeah, super thankful for that. And yeah, so here I am basically. The cash flow issue should be fixed this week, I'm guessing. I'm gonna make sure that it does actually. I'm not gonna be passive on this one. I'm gonna actively push them. And yeah, that's basically for that brand. Then the new brand I'm launching tomorrow on 7th of May, so that's tomorrow. I worked on that brand for a while now. The designing process took like really long, and same with the production. But yeah, it's a perfume brand. It's called Contiri. I'm gonna be very public with that one. With the old brand, I'm probably going to go out with it like by the end of this year. So stay tuned for that. I'm definitely gonna release it, but not right now. And not really release it, but just be more public about it. And with this brand, I really put everything into it. So yeah, I'm super excited to finally launch it. It took like 5 months to build because I just didn't have the experience, and it was a lot of issues as well. Like not any big issues compared to the other brand and the supply chain issues, but yeah, that's what I would probably say. And yeah, I did everything for this new brand. I'm even the perfumer. Like I learned how to make fragrances, and I made a fragrance for myself for that brand because it's just so hard to get a proper perfumer to make you a fragrance like within a normal time frame and a normal price. It usually takes like 6 to 12 months to make a perfume, so that's just too much. That's impossible. And yeah, with that brand, I'm planning to slowly get it up, and hopefully, not really hopefully, I'm gonna make sure that we get to around like 5k days in the next 60 days or 50 days. I'm gonna make sure probably around 60 days. It's gonna be a bit harder because fragrances are not as easy to sell, but I know that what we are going to do is gonna be something new, and I'm definitely sure that it will hit, and it will be a very good journey. And I also I also want to document that a lot, so I will definitely post a few videos about that. Not even a few, I will post a lot about that on this channel. So I hope that that's gonna be a bit helpful for you guys as well if you're gonna build new brands from scratch. And yeah, that's essentially it, I would say. What I plan to do with the old brand, or the one that I'm running from July, I want to hit around like 2 million a month this year. I think that that's possible. That's essentially just 2x from what we did last year, so that should be easy. And I'm gonna focus on the customer retention rate, because that one wasn't really that good, to be honest. The customer experience just isn't good right now, so that's gonna be my main focus. So this year is actually pretty much just focused on making good product, but like that's essentially the how they call it, like that's the pillar one of making good brands. So I don't really care, to be honest. Like, making good products is actually even enjoyable, and like it has a big impact, so that's pretty good. I don't even know what's my point, what my point is with this, but yeah, just trying to talk a bit about what I'm doing. And yeah, I think that that's about it. What else could I say? Yeah, that's basically it in terms of the business side of things. Then what I really want to focus on this year is building a social presence for myself as well, because that is something that's pretty valuable from what I see around the space, in terms of like Twitter and YouTube as well. And that is something I really kind of put off. So it's, by me doing that, I can see why it would be good. Like, I honestly think that if you're scared to do something, it's probably the best decision you can take or make. Sorry for my English, but yeah, that's like the number two focus, I guess. Or yeah, like it's a big focus, I would say. And then the next one is just getting a proper network, I guess, because right now I'm just essentially just fucking all day long for the last 7 months or so. I was just here in my room, just working 10 hours a day minimum, or yeah, like 10 hours a day average, I guess. I'm not gonna say how I'm working hard, because like, yeah, I am, but I'm 10 hours minimum, I wouldn't say. But yeah, I work quite hard, and I don't really enjoy life as much, I guess. I'm just here stuck, and I don't even go out. So I think that it's time to do a bit of social things as well. But yeah, I think that that's about it for this video. So yeah, I hope that it was a bit enjoyable, and yeah, I really hope that we can get something going with this channel. So yeah, I hope that this was a good video at least, and yeah, see you in the next one.